Hello guys, welcome back to another Lumley training video. In this one we have started a small account challenge. So it's going to start off with $100. We'll go over our trades and if you somewhat want to follow along where we're posting what we're going to be trading. So we've traded the QQQs today. You can see here we bought the 475 calls. We paid 99 a contract. We then sold that 475 call for 127. So 20% profit on the account today, as you can see here. Just under 28% on the overall account for the day. So that's how we're going to trade this. That is the first day. Now we'll go through why we traded this. Now we do post daily recaps, and that is a lot more detailed version of why we took this trade, the whole bias, and again kind of how you could follow along. So we'll just give you a quick kind of breakdown because we've already posted that video. It will be up before this, so you can go and watch it. But basically, again, in the Discord, we posted at 9:25. We're looking long bias for the day, range to fill on QQQ. So this is normally a very high probability setup that we kind of come into this range or even fill it. So if we're opening quite a while below it, then getting the QQQ contracts to trade up there, high setup, so we can, because obviously when you've got a small account like $100, you're going to essentially have to kind of put all the money in there. So again, you are taking on high risk, so we want the highest probability setups. That's exactly what we did on the 475 calls. And so again, if we pull these up, 475 calls, send this over to chart 2. So again, we didn't even get near the bottom on these. So we bought in, again, we paid 99 cents a contract, which is our entry was here. Now, obviously, it dipped lower. We could have got a much nicer entry if we were able to get that 60. Well, I mean, let's say even if we bought in at $70, then obviously that provided a much nicer move. We could have been up 350% from there, and obviously the account would be up much stronger. But again, what we did was we entered roughly in this area here, because even if we dipped down, we still had quite a nice upside. So again, we wanted to make sure we were actually in the trade for this. In future, again, it is a small account. I didn't really think about that. We could probably wait for that push down and then get that entry, and if we miss a trade, we miss a trade, but then it will really increase our percentage upside. But overall, we did also take profits, and again, that's just because it's kind of the first few trades on the account. We'll kind of try and build a buffer until we get to $200, so maybe 2-3 more trades. We'll take profits quite early just to kind of build that buffer, because once we have $200 in the account, we won't have to full port every trade, meaning we don't have to put all our money into the trade and kind of risk it all. So we can then, obviously, when you're doing a small account challenge, you have to take more risk than you would on a big account. But once we get that account to double, so to up to $200, then we can be a bit more risk managed, take one contract, leave some buffer in case we get a loser. But overall, we did, again, kind of take profits in this area here. It's just because it provided a bit of consolidation and kind of just wanted to take the profits again to build that buffer. But again, if our average is here, where did our range start to fill? It started to fill here, which is this candle here, which would have been 165. So it should have been at least $65 made if we went to trade the top of that range. It's close to there, which was 100% anyway from our entry. So we should have actually been getting out around 198 in that range. But overall, the trade plan was correct. Again, we went through our biases for the day. Obviously, on our bigger accounts, it's a much easier trade. We hit in some here, some here, some here, kind of get that nice average in that area, and then take profits on this pump up. But again, it is a small account challenge. You're not going to be able to get in with multiple contracts unless you go quite far out in money. But again, normally the trade plan is right. So I normally like to get in with just 1 or 2 contracts wherever you can, which is around $100 is fine. And again, kind of targeting these upward moves. So that is the first day on the small account challenge. Again, if you want a deeper dive into why we took that trade, go and watch the recap from earlier today. But overall, we will post these. We may not get a trade every single day on these, but again, if you're in the Discord and you see I post a range, which again will be kind of defined by this golden area, that means I'll be trading on the small account because I'll be trying to trade to that range, whether that's up or down in the day. So yeah, that is basically the small account challenge on day 1. We'll see how much we can grow this in kind of the coming weeks. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you next one. And that's it. Peace.